In the following presentation, we'll be discussing a very common growth that affects many adults around the world. And these growths are called seborrheic keratoses. We hope you find the following tutorial helpful. What are seborrheic keratoses? Seborrheic keratosis is a very common benign tumor of the skin composed not of pigment cells like a mole is, but a different kind of skin cell. They tend to get a lot of layers of dead skin pile up on their surface, which give them a rough, crusty, scaly kind of texture. The word seborrheic means upper body, where most of these types of lesions grow on us, and keratosis simply refers to their texture. Again, rough, waxy, scaly, warty-like. These occur on almost all of us as we get older. We can start making these in our 40s, 30s even, but by the time we get into our 50s, most human beings are going to grow one or several of these. In fact, I tell people that seborrheic keratoses are like Lay's potato chips. We all get them, and nobody can have just one. They can grow anywhere in the body, although like I mentioned earlier, they're most common on the trunk and head. They range in size and color, from as small as a pinhead to as large as 5 or 6 centimeters around, and the color may vary from flesh-colored, white, pink even, tan, brown, and all the way to black. Again, their texture is almost like stuck on. It's rough, scaly, waxy. Looks like you can almost peel it off with your fingertip. Everybody gets some. The number that we get is quite variable, and that may run in families in some instances. If people have a lot of these, sometimes their family members will have a lot as well. Just like so many benign growths of the skin, the true cause of these is unknown. Here you see 4 clinical images, 4 photographs of what seborrheic keratoses may typically look like. Again, you can see they range in size from tan to lighter brown to darker brown. It almost looks as if you could pick the edge up with your fingernail and peel it off. Here are a couple of more examples, and this may illustrate why they're a bother to some people. These can protrude. Look at the lesion on the right particularly. That thing is in 2 dimensions, but you can tell it's protruding, and it's by bra straps. So you can imagine how this might irritate people. The main importance of these really lies in only 2 considerations. One is they may mimic skin cancer. Sometimes these may grow very quickly, they may bleed, they may be very black in color. Again, these are some of the features we look for with skin cancer. The other concern with these is, again, they may just make a nuisance of themselves depending where they're growing. They may itch, you may nick at shaving if you're a man, you can hit it with a comb, it may rub on clothing, seat belts, etc. So what do you do if they're there? Well, like all benign growths, you only have 2 options if you think about it. You can either safely leave it there or take it off. If you do decide you'd like it removed, the most common removal method is to simply freeze it off using liquid nitrogen. A treatment with a cryosurgery or cryo treatment or cold treatment unit, such as the one pictured here, can result in sloughing of this lesion after about a week and a half or 2. The treatment is cold and it stings, but there's no aftercare involved, and this treatment's been done for decades now, and it's usually quite successful.